Malaysia strongly condemns Israel's attack on Al-Mawasi refugee camp. Additional funds allocated for Felda to support targeted diesel subsidy implementation. Good evening and Salam Malaysia Madani. You're watching Malaysia Tonight. I'm Shuhaida Arifin. Malaysia vehemently condemns Israel's relentless attack on Palestinians, including the 13th July airstrike on the Al-Mawasi refugee camp, which claimed numerous innocent lives, including women and children, and injured hundreds. Malaysia's Foreign Ministry, through a statement, stated today that this heinous attack carried out in an area designated by Israel as a safe zone for Palestinians shows a flagrant disregard for human life. It also contravenes international law, humanitarian law, and international human rights law. The statement further noted that Malaysia stands in unwavering solidarity with the people of Palestine and unequivocally denounces the continued aggression and brutality perpetrated by the Israeli regime, the statement read. The statement emphasized that this persistent violence violates the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2735/2024, which demands an immediate halt to hostilities, the protection of civilians, and unrestricted humanitarian access in Gaza. It further urged the international community to swiftly and decisively act to halt Israel's egregious violations and to ensure accountability for its leaders regarding crimes against humanity. Adding to that, Prime Minister Seri Ibrahim also strongly condemned the Israeli airstrike on the Al-Mawasi refugee camp early this morning, which claimed numerous innocent lives, including women and children. The Premier described the Israelis' ongoing attacks as acts of barbarism due to the failure of major countries to uphold human rights.
Kebiadaban ini diteruskan kerana kegagalan negara-negara besar mempertahankan kemanusiaan dan hak. Jadi oleh itu, kerajaan Malaysia sekali lagi tegaskan pendirian kita keras mengutuk kezaliman berterusan tanpa peri kemanusiaan.
He told this to reporters after officiating the Felda Satellite Day 2024 in Serdang today. Wisma Putra, in a statement today, said that this heinous attack carried out in an area designated by Israel as a safe zone for Palestinians shows a flagrant disregard for human life. When asked about the attack on former United States President Donald Trump, Datuk Seri Anwar said that Malaysia also condemns such actions and described violence as not offering a solution.
Kita baru dapat maklumat awal, apapun pendirian kita tentang mana-mana tokoh, cara ini bukanlah penyelesaian dan oleh demikian kita lahirkan simpati kepada Donald Trump dan mengharapkan keadaan terkawal.
International media reported today that Trump was fined after shots were fired at his rally in Pennsylvania, United States yesterday. Bailey bridges will be erected in 9 states using allocations for the Malaysian Road Records Information System (MARIS) to replace those damaged, especially in rural areas, until permanent bridges are built. Deputy Works Minister Datuk Seri Ahmad Maslan said each bridge construction is estimated to cost between 4 to 6 million ringgit.
Itu dia. 9 negeri sudah bersetuju untuk menggunakan wang MARIS bagi membeli jambatan Bailey dan akan diselenggara oleh JKR negeri masing-masing. Ya. Berarti kita akan ada tambahan jambatan Bailey lah.
The states involved include Johor, Melaka, Negeri Sembilan, Selangor, Pahang, Perak, Terengganu, Kelantan and Kedah. Regarding the Bailey Bridge in Kampung Pematang Sepam, Datuk Seri Ahmad detailed that it spans 42 metres in length and 4.2 metres in width on Jalan Madirono, expected to commence operations this Wednesday. The Deputy Minister further highlighted the construction's purpose, ensuring continuous road connectivity after the existing bridge, over 40 years old, experienced structural failure on 5th March due to increased horizontal load on its piers. He added that Pontian JKR has proposed constructing a new concrete bridge as a long-term measure to prevent future structural issues.
Following a recent tragedy involving a TikTok content creator's alleged suicide due to cyberbullying, NGOs urge the government to enforce stricter regulations on social media platforms. Anonymity on these platforms aids cyberbullying, with perpetrators often using fake accounts without consequences.
In line with governmental initiatives, the Malaysian Association of Standards Users Secretary-General Saral James Maniam calls for social media companies to implement internal anti-cyberbullying policies respecting local culture. She stresses the importance of platforms sharing the burden of content and identity filtering to prevent legal breaches. Citing a UNICEF poll, it is reported that 28% of 6,953 young people in Malaysia have experienced online bullying. Such incidents, like a woman's death in 2020 after facing cyberbullying from a viral TikTok video, and a mother of 3 taking her life in 2022 due to online harassment, highlight the urgent need to combat cyberbullying. To combat this issue, social media platforms should enhance content moderation using advanced algorithms and human moderators to swiftly remove harmful content. They should also offer better support system for victims, including easy reporting mechanisms and mental health resources. Government's regulation is also crucial to hold social media platforms accountable for user safety and content moderation.
The Ministry of Defence MINDEF is awaiting the Kuwaiti government's agreement for the procurement of FA-18 Legacy Hornet aircraft meant for the Malaysian Armed Forces. Defence Minister Datuk Seri Muhammad Khalid Nordin stated that Malaysia is interested in the acquisition following discussions with Kuwait and deployed a technical team to assess the aircraft in June.
Jadi kita dalam proses, kita hanya doa berharap kerajaan Kuwait boleh menimbang permintaan kita. Secara formal kita belum buat, tetapi secara tidak formal mereka dah tahu kerana kita telah hantar pasukan-pasukan kita untuk membuat evaluation terhadap kapal terbang itu. Kita dapati bahawa ia sesuai untuk kegunaan kita dan ia juga selari dengan perancangan kita untuk mempunyai aset-aset tentera udara yang boleh menampung operasi dan juga cabaran yang kita hadapi dalam kawasan negara kita pada hari ini.
He said this after officiating the Parade Division UMNO Representative Meeting 2024 in Seri Iskandar today. In June, a technical team from the Royal Malaysian Air Force visited Kuwait to discuss matters related to the procurement. Meanwhile, Datuk Seri Muhammad Khalid also explained that there are ongoing plans to acquire new assets such as helicopters, depending on the nation's financial situation.
56 foreign nationals were arrested in an operation by the Immigration Department at 5 massage parlours in Bukit Bintang, Kuala Lumpur last Wednesday for overstaying and not in possession of a valid identification documents.
Elaborating further on the matter, Immigration Director General Datuk Ruslin Jusoh in a statement today said 2 locals believed to be the caretakers of the premises were also arrested. Datuk Ruslin said the foreigners detained were aged between 20 and 50 and consisted of Bangladeshi, Myanmar, Thai and Sudanese nationals. He added that they were among 91 individuals consisting of 20 men and 41 women of a foreign nationality and 30 Malaysians who were rounded up for inspection during the operation. Datuk Ruslin also said that those arrested have been sent to the Bukit Jalil Immigration Depot for further action.
Elsewhere, a married couple was detained last night on suspicion of abusing their two children, aged 6 and 7. Kemaman District Police Chief Superintendent Hanyan Ramlan said the two suspects were arrested at their home on Jalan Jabokubo, Terengganu at about 8 p.m. following a public complaint. According to Hanyan, the couples has been remanded for 6 days until 19th July to assist in the investigation into the case. The remand order was issued by Magistrate Sharifah Amirda Shasha Amir Sharifuddin at the Kemaman Sessions Court today. Hanyan said the 26-year-old female suspect is the victim's biological mother, while the male suspect, 30, is their stepfather. He added that the children were taken to Kemaman Hospital for examination, and medical officers have found both old and new injuries on nearly their entire bodies. According to Hanyan, the two victims are still receiving treatment at the hospital and are under care of the Social Welfare Department. He also said that both suspects were remanded to assist in the investigation under Section 31, Subsection 1 of the Child Act 2001. His Majesty Sultan Ibrahim, King of Malaysia, is extremely well known as a people-oriented ruler with a compassionate yet firm character. However, beyond these traits, there are other interesting sides to His Majesty. Maisara Fauzi has the report.
Johor Royal Court Council President Datuk Dr. Abdul Rahim Ramli described Sultan Ibrahim as a humble king who wishes to be close to the people's hearts.
Berjumpa dengan rakyat, yang dengan rapat dengan rakyat, dia tak pernah pakai payung. Berarti dia tak pernah pakai payung. Dalam hujan ke, dalam panas ke, tuanku tetap dengan rakyat, tak ada payung. Sebab apa? Payung itu adalah satu instrumen yang menjauhkan raja dengan rakyat.
Sultan Ibrahim is also renowned for his ability to drive a diverse array of vehicles. In addition to high-powered motorcycles and cars, His Majesty is also skilled and licensed to drive trains, pilot boats as well as aeroplanes.
Mandu truk, boleh memandu bas, semua dia boleh buat. Yang saya tahu, yang selalu tuanku kata, yang dia tak nak buat ialah untuk memandu kapal selam. Yang lain semua dia boleh buat. Itu hobi tuanku.
Apart from his passion for cars, Sultan Ibrahim also spends his leisure time with other activities such as scuba diving and polo.
Tuanku banyak hobi. Mula masa muda, of course, sebagai polo player, kuda polo lah, international, well known, one of the best polo players masa pada tu. Lepas tu, tuanku suka snorkeling atau menyelam.
The people of the nation are eagerly awaiting Sultan Ibrahim's coronation ceremony as the 70th Yang di-Pertuan Agong on 20 Julai.
Hobi dan kebolehan tuanku dalam pelbagai bidang menunjukkan bahawa baginda seorang yang serba boleh, dengan serba boleh dan berwawasan luas.
Sempena pertabalan ini, parti ingin mengucapkan setinggi-tinggi tahniah dan sembah takzim. Semoga tuanku sentiasa dikurniakan kesihatan yang baik dan kebijaksanaan dalam memimpin negara dalam tuanku.
Credibility and affection have become the defining characteristics of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Ibrahim, who is devoted to the people. His Majesty's leadership aligns with the country's objectives of unity, peace and stability, proving his authority as a leader. Daulat Tuanku, Maisara Fauzi, RTM.
A ringgit rebound due to government's concerted strategies. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ibrahim today announced an additional allocation of 100 million ringgit to the Federal Land Development Authority, FLDA. He said this is to offset increased operating costs resulting from the implementation of the targeted diesel subsidy. when officiating the Felda Settlers Day 2024 celebration today. Dato' Seri Anwar, who is also the Finance Minister, said the allocation was agreed upon following discussions with Felda Chairman Dato' Seri Ahmad Shabri Cik regarding challenges faced by Felda under the new subsidy scheme.
Jadi saya tanya, berapa kos lebih kurang kita kena bagi Felda supaya dapat salur ke bawah? Oh, dia kata dalam 100 juta. Ya. Hari Jumaat ni, yang saya beritahu, terus saya kata lulus 100 juta ringgit bantuan subsidi.
Meanwhile, Dato' Seri Anwar also announced that the government has approved an allocation of 31.7 million ringgit for 317 Felda settlements under the Sejahtera Community Madani, Sejati Madani. He said that through the allocation, each Felda settlement will receive 100,000 ringgit to implement an additional economic project.
Saya nak datang kuasa masjid, kalau ada surau-surau, persatuan belianya, wanitanya, persatuan silatnya, persatuan masyarakatnya, apa saja kumpul, bincang, muafakat, maka kita boleh salurkan 100,000 untuk projek itu. Ya.
Dato' Seri Anwar also emphasised the need for new methods to elevate Felda to a higher level, especially involving the younger generation and women to enhance Felda's standing. The government estimates that over 250 million ringgit in diesel leakage has been prevented from smuggling or misappropriation at petrol stations along the Peninsular Malaysia borders since targeted subsidy measures were implemented on 10th June. Finance Minister too, Dato' Seri Amir Hamzah Azizan stated that diesel sales decreased by 23% or 6.5 million litres per day, while commercial diesel sales increased by 4.8 million litres per day.
He explained that when the subsidised price at petrol stations was RM2.50 per litre, industries sought to source diesel from petrol stations instead of purchasing commercial diesel at more than RM3 per litre.
Ini bermakna kita telah melihat yang daripada segi matlamatnya untuk mengurangkan ketirisan yang ada, kita nampak pengurangan yang ketara. Jadi dari segi penjimatan yang ada daripada subsidi, penjimatannya ada lebih kurang 250 juta ringgit sebulan.
He said this to reporters after a working visit to the Immigration, Customs, Quarantine and Security ICQS complex in Pengkalan Kubur today. Dato' Seri Amir Hamzah emphasised that government agencies will sustain rigorous enforcement against diesel leakage and called on the public to assist authorities in combating diesel misappropriation and smuggling by reporting any such activities. The implementation of targeted diesel subsidies is expected to save the country 4 billion ringgit annually, thereby strengthening its financial position in the long term. Asked whether the government planning to extend the rationalisation to round 95, he said the government is still studying the matter.
Now encouraging foreign direct investments by government-linked companies GLCs and government-linked investment companies GLICs to Malaysia, as well as monitoring the exchange of export and import revenues are among the concerted efforts undertaken by the government to strengthen the ringgit. Dato' Seri Amir Hamzah Azizan said he is confident that the country's currency performance will improve in the second half of 2024 with integrated efforts and efficient fiscal management.
Ahli Parlimen, alhamdulillah usaha-usaha yang kita jalankan telah berkesan. Kalau kita tengok ringgit sekarang adalah antara currency yang terkuat di dalam Asia. Kalau tengok hari Jumaat itu dia ke tahap RM4.67 untuk $1 ya. Kalau kita pakai RM4.67 dan kita bezakan dengan mata wang lain di dalam ASEAN, kita adalah antara yang terbaik di Asia.
Met today, he said the past 6 months there was an improvement in the ringgit's performance due to the government's integrated strategy between the Ministry of Finance and Bank Negara Malaysia, which has shown the ringgit strengthening. He also noted that as of Thursday, the ringgit was in the top position among regional countries with an increase of about 2%, with the average daily trading volume in the financial market rising to $17.6 billion.
The government has identified Terengganu, Pahang, Sabah and Sarawak as potential leaders in the carbon capture, utilisation and storage CCUS industry. Economy Minister Rafizi Ramli said this is because the 4 states have decommissioned oil wells and existing terminal facilities suitable for CCUS activities.
Rafizi noted that CCUS, one of the pilot projects in the National Energy Transition Roadmap, is a high-impact industry which is expected to bring economic benefits to the states involved. According to Rafizi, the government is finalising the CCUS-related bill to be tabled in the Parliament this November before key decisions on the industry can be made next year. In the meantime, he said the federal government and the state governments will also act as facilitators between CCUS industry operators such as Petroleum Nasional Berhad Petronas and customers, including foreign investors. Meanwhile, Terengganu Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Samsuri Mokhtar said the state government, through its entities and state-owned companies GLCS, has initiated preliminary discussions with Petronas to see if GLCs or state entities could partner with the oil and gas company in the CCUS industry. He added that the CCUS is a major undertaking and it is important that the ecosystem established in Terengganu provides significant returns and benefits to the state as well as for Malaysia as a whole.
Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said that the Rural Entrepreneurs Carnival KUD will be jointly held with the Felda Settlers Day next year, aiming to attract 2 million visitors. Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid, who's also the Minister of Rural and Regional Development KKDW, said that the event will be organised by his ministry, leveraging the experience from organising the 9th edition of KUD last year.
InsyaAllah, tahun hadapan saya berazam dengan KSU yang baru KKDW. Tahun hadapan Hari Peroka Felda hendaklah didukung oleh KKDW. Kalau tahun lalu KUD Carnival Sawan Desa di Putrajaya dikunjungi oleh 1.5 juta pengunjung. Ditambah dengan dokongan daripada Felda, daripada peroka generasi pertama hingga generasi ke-5, insya-Allah target kita, matlamat kita, insya-Allah Hari Peroka Felda tahun hadapan kita berhasrat untuk mendapat 2 juta pengunjung.
He said this at the Felda Settlers Day 2024 today. The Felda Settlers Day 2024 celebration, held at the Malaysia Agro Exposition Park Serdang Maips for 3 days from 12 July, marks a significant expansion from its previous format as a one-day event. This year, it aims to attract 500,000 Felda settlers, the new generation of Felda and the general public.
On another note, AGR Bank has allocated 200 million ringgit for a financing scheme to help eligible Federal Land Development Authority Felda settlers own their first homes under the Affordable Homes Programme I. In a statement, the bank said the scheme is a testament to AGR Bank's dedication to empowering the settler community.
President and Chief Executive Officer Datuk Tengku Ahmad Badli Shah Raja Hussein said applications for the financing facility have been promising, totaling 137 million ringgit to date. He also said that AGR Bank has approved around 59 million ringgit, proving their commitment to helping Felda settlers to own a home. The strategic collaboration between AGR Bank and Felda began in 2020 with a positive results in empowering the well-being of settlers. Through the Felda New Generation Housing Financing Program, AGR Bank not only provides a large allocation for the Affordable Housing Program I, but also improvises its financing terms for eligible applicants. The bank added that the collaboration was further strengthened in 2021 with the 100 million ringgit Settler Development Program (PPP) aiming at improving the socio-economic status of settlers holistically.
QNet, a wellness and lifestyle-focused direct selling company that has been operating in Malaysia for over 25 years, remains resolute in its commitment to bringing unique, life-enhancing products to its customers and building lasting partnerships with its distributors. Its Chief Marketing Officer, Trevor Kuna, said this was evident in QNet being among the top 30 direct selling companies globally.
Prioritizing a personal touch and meaningful connections, he said the global lifestyle and wellness-centric direct selling powerhouse has targeted a 25% increase in sales this year, focusing on its wellness range MSQA, home and living range Home Pure, and nutrition product Edge Plus, which incorporates a nutrient-rich formula with high-quality turmeric as a key component.
We have a very fantastic product called Edge Plus, which can specifically address issues because it has a very unique blend of ingredients that address different parts. I think it depends on what the customer is looking for, right? And the benefits that our products have and how they match.
Met near the nation's capital, he added QNet will continue to bank on its direct selling model, which strives to empower micro-entrepreneurs around the world. He said the company currently serves a global customer base, which includes markets in Central and West Asia, Sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia. Expansion-wise, he noted that QNet is looking to entice the direct selling communities in South America, namely Uruguay, Chile and Argentina, before possibly moving into North America and China. Headquartered in Hong Kong, QNet is one of the Asia's leading e-commerce-based direct selling companies, offering a wide range of health, wellness and lifestyle products that have helped customers in nearly 100 countries take charge of their lifestyle and livelihood.
Simptom-simptom microsleep. Tersengguk-sengguk, mata terkebil-kebil, kelopak mata semakin tertutup atau kuyu. Lupa kejadian di waktu-waktu terakhir.
Alright, so that concludes this evening's Malaysia Tonight. In our top story, Malaysia strongly condemns Israel's attack on Al-Mawasi refugee camp. From river to the sea, Palestine will be free. I'm Shuhaida Arifin. Thank you for watching.